GMODISM Relaxation.
Well, hello. This is your host, GMODISM. And we're here with GMODISM Relaxation. So, I hope you're all doing very well. And it was a little time since the last video and well, in any case, we're back now. So, some of you have asked for a little view of my satisfactory world. So, my satisfactory world has changed quite a bit since you've seen it last time. And I'll basically do a little view over the base, how it looks now and what's it all about. And we're probably going to zip line a lot because this base is very adapted for zip lining, and we haven't really built any jetpack facilities yet. Maybe that will come in the future, but as for now, I believe that zip line is the way to go. So I hope you're all doing very fine and that you're having a nice evening or day. So we're just gonna have a little relaxed exploration of what I have achieved in this little satisfactory world so far. I try to keep everything well organized and to have some nice signs that do tell what's going on and what the production values and everything like that is. So I really try to make some nice looking walkways and different cool looking areas all over the place. I did try a little bit harder than previous iterations to make the world more decorated and just feel a little bit more alive and well, I suppose. We do have our catapult to get up here, and here is of course the area where we will design and develop blueprints for the GMODISM industries. And it isn't much more than that, but you get a very nice view over the space elevator and the not yet decorated or encapsulated production facility over here. And that production facility is producing heavy modular frames. In any case, I think we're gonna drop down here. You can take a little look inside my concrete factory. It is a pretty basic concrete factory, but it does produce, I think it's 60 concrete per minute. So it's nice and balanced using two sources like that. And I even saved this little space here just to have this little raspberry paleberry plant growing on there. In any case, I think it's time. I don't remember if I can. Oh yes, I can still use it while in cinematic mode. So we can jump up here and you can see we got small walkways. Here we have the output of the concrete, or I guess this is where it all ends up, except the overflow, which is actually going to the sink. So we have a full box there. Now, I do suspect we'll need to jump around a little bit to get on top here. And we can go down to this facility here where we have our space elevator parts going. So I think they're popping in there pretty rarely, but they do pop in there. Here we have a little access way where we can it's not perfectly adapted. It kind of works. Here we have our space elevator and some automatic feeding for the space elevator. And you can see we are requiring some other parts which we are yet to produce. So there is that. Down here we are actually producing a lot of extra iron that's going to another facility. But in this lane here we're making smart plating. So smart plating is going up there. So that's pretty nice. Here we have I believe this is our iron smeltery. This is from a prefab I made. So it's this beautiful box like this. I quite enjoy my structures here. I think they look pretty cool. And here we have my favorite portal to the back rooms. This is my back rooms. I think they have it's a very small little detail, but I find this space a little bit airy somehow. But also beautiful, just like a back room should be. On top of here we can access the different machines, and this needs to be boxed in, as you probably understand. But this facility here, you can also walk down from here. This area over here does in any case produce heavy modular frames. See, one is popping by here. Don't remember how many per minute, but if you want to know that, I got my tutorial that's called New Player's Guide at the GMODISM main regular channel, not the relaxation channel, but the GMODISM, I guess, non-relaxed channel. It can be pretty chill sometimes there too, but I guess the audience is more there for the creative building and less there for the relaxing content. There is of course different in focus, and but folks have said at the main channel that they think that my voice is ASMR-ish, and I'm like, as a matter of fact, I actually got a ASMR channel. You should check out GMODISM Relaxation today. So yeah, there is that. Here we have some access to some rods, plates and screws if we want that. So yeah. And we can also walk down here. So we have some copper wiring, plating and also cables. And everything that's excess is actually going into this little overflow sink that's inside of there. So it's a pretty cramped facility, but it works pretty well, so I'm pretty happy with it. Well, As you can see here, we can even walk up here if we like to check around the area at the top. Well, this area over here is my iron facility. It's a little bit flat and old, but it works. It works. I think we should go down and check out this area here. There is just some empty space here at the bottom. Nothing very interesting is going on here, but I do have a little extra concrete factory for just easy access, which is pretty nice. Here we have my trash bin in green. So this trash bin collects stuff from the trash bin container here. So close to base, I can just throw in everything I don't need and it will go to the trash bin there. But before we check that out in more detail, I do want to show you this area. So up here we're actually producing motors. So you can see the motors, well, I dropped down there, but the motors are getting stacked up in this container here. So I don't know, I think the facility is a little bit full, but yeah. It's nice too. I think we should check out the steel manufacturing in a tiny little while. So this is the motor factory, and we're also producing some extra items here, which is smart wiring. They're being produced, and yeah, it's a little bit crammed here too, but it also kind of works. So there is that. Anyways, I want to also show you my transportation hub. So you can see here we have a beautiful transportation line taking a lot of items to over that part of the facility where we're making some advanced stuff. Now, here is just a flat roof. We're probably going to add some more interesting facilities up top here later on, whenever it's needed. Right now, I think we should be checking out the main base here. Here we have my research station, and we also got some collection point for the for the leaves and the wood, and making some solid biofuel. I intend to make this solid biofuel into liquid biofuel using some water in a later episode on the main channel. Here we got some biomass burners, and they're basically standby active. They will kick in whenever they are needed. So, maybe you are interested into checking my stage, and we're at stage 5/6 basically. So there is that. Up top here you can see I've connected a couple of these walkways to make the base feel a little bit more homely and serious. Just a smart little trick, I didn't know you could add that. And we also boxed in our shop to make it look a little bit more professional. Alright then. Up top the roof here, we just have a flat one, and back behind there is the way to the plastics manufacturing. I think that what we are going to do now is actually go and visit the steel manufacturing facility. So I'm just about to unlock the jetpacks, So I haven't really felt the need to make my zip lines any better than they already are. They have some issues, but that's okay too. So here we have the connection station for the steel with updated outputs and inputs here, from this point of course. To get to the steel manufacturing area, we'll need to take this little quick transport line. And this transport line is actually... Whoops. We need to go around it there because there is some gas areas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the steel manufacturing facility. So, let me indeed show you what's going on here. Here we go. We get this little area where we have a pretty well organized little steel facility producing basically everything our steel needs provide us. And we have coal generators going on here, and we have coal generators going on here. So it's no, it's really a very nice little area. We are going to check the insides of this facility, since I'm pretty happy about how it looks. Very organized pipes like this. I think it works pretty well. And we also have a little walkway thing there that's just transporting materials. Here we have a more compact coal setup, and that's basically what we have here. I do, however, want to... Let's see here. It's a little bit crammed. Alright. So, here we have some areas where we can reach a little nice miner. This is one of my favorite miners. I'm also thinking that... oh no, let's see here. Maybe it's kind of open at this side. So we're doing a little bit of parkour here, because I want to show you another facility that's not as easy to get to. And I also know that before, at least, there were some enemies here. I don't know if they're still here. So we're just gonna be a little bit careful. Let's see here. We need to go down this road. And we need to go down this one. Okay. So we have a dedicated facility that's only making encased industrial beams. And that's a beautiful facility. I think this is one of my designs I'm most happy about, actually. You can see we have a little ground layer here. We have a little receiving station with a miner and everything. And walking in here, we can see we are producing some steel plates. We have a steel manufacturing going on here. We have some coal coming in from the coal area. And it's just very nice and spacious, I think. Then we have a little ladder where we can climb up to the next floor, where basically the same thing is happening. And I don't quite... Oh yes, here it is. So here we have the next ladder, where we can go up to the top floor, where the encased industrial beams are being created, put into this box and sent for further processing. Now we're going to take another route home, and that's not a very good track to go. Oh no, it's a little bit dangerous track to go, because it requires some crazy maneuvers here. Alright, so I'll need to keep... Oh no, that's not very good. I think I'll need to eat some probably. Maybe we're not that hurt actually. Alright. Apparently we need to do some climbing here. Come on. Oh, it's always hard. This way always causes some types of problems. All the time. Alright. Let's see here if we can successfully jump up here. There we go. So now I'll try to not fall off again, but it's easier said than done. This is not the transportation line I'm the most proud of, I will admit. Alright, so we're back to main base, and down here I already connected the water, which I will be using for my biofuel later on. Unfortunately, there is not really any good way to go from here, and it's easy to fall down. So I think we'll go back to this little transportation line, where we can go back here. So I think it's time to take out the let's see here. Take out this little car. There we go. We're gonna go and visit the plastic and rubbers manufacturing facility, which also, since the latest episode for the main channel, does hold a rather large fuel generator setup. So it's really difficult for me to drive this car, because they are not having support for players who are playing with the so-called inverted y-axis. So for me, controlling the y-axis on this little car is really a challenge. Now this area is a tiny little bit crammed with this thing. I'm wondering, I think this sink is actually needed. Yeah, it is. Oh no. I'm thinking, oh, we don't have enough concrete on us. That's a little bit embarrassing. I thought I picked up some more. Apparently not. I think I'll just steal these. And I think I'm going to extend it a little bit here. I think this one. Alright. There we go. I think we can drive all the way now. There we go. So, here we have the plastics and rubber manufacturing facility. I think this is a rather nice facility. It also needs to be boxed in, so that hasn't happened yet. But you can see it's looking pretty neat. I guess we're gonna pick this one up. So, beautiful area. Here we're having no. Here we're having the refineries, and all of these are providing plastic for our computer manufacturing facility. So you can kind of hear they have a pretty loud sound with them, but I think they're very cozy. And they just produce a lot of plastic. And the plastic goes here and the way home. This area, these 3 machines, they take all the heavy oil residue, which is a waste product, and turn it into fuel. This fuel then powers our, well, big line of fuel generators. Exactly 10 of them, if I remember correctly. I just like this little bulbous design I tried here. And inside of here you can walk around this beautiful oil extractor, just looking really extravagant inside of here. We had a refinery inside of here before, but it has been removed, but the structure's shape hasn't been updated because I wanted to keep some history. Or I'm just lazy. Depends how you want to see it. Here we can see we have our refineries, and they are producing stuff, rubber and plastic to be exact. Now we can do some super parkour. Getting up here, so we can just walk on these guys until we are quite close to where we came from. Now, there isn't an alternative route to getting here. I'm not actually sure. I think the factory car may be a little bit slower than just simple running. So I guess we'll just run. I wonder if I think it's faster to slide. Here we go. So here the plastic comes in. And we can take this little walk here. And we're just gonna check out this area, which is my receiving station for extra copper ore, quick wire, AI limiters, crystal, quartz and silica. So that's the receiving station. Now we can do a little quick check of my facility that is producing circuit boards and computers. So this is from my template, so this is a prefab. I think it's really cool. And it's providing all the steps required to make computers at the right order. So here we have our computer making machine, I believe. And it's going out here and storing some computers in there. And this is for some future steps. Now here we can see the roof of this thing. I think it looks pretty cool. Well, we should be getting to this tool. Let's see here if we can do like this. Because now we need to ride 2 zip lines. Now I'm going to show you where I'm actually producing quick wires, where I'm producing AI limiters, oops, where I'm producing crystal quartz and silica. By the way, if you enjoyed this little video, you should definitely leave a like and, well, consider subscribing if you want more videos like this. So I'll try to make more satisfactory videos. We have some different games and stuff that we're doing, so whatever you feel like watching, please take a look. If you really want to support my channel, by the way, there are many options on GMODISM.com/support. You can check that out if you're so inclined. I just bunched support for all my channels together at one place. So I don't think anyone is supporting my relaxation content per se, but I got some people I call the commissioned officers in the army of GMODISM who are supporting me on Patreon. And most notably we have Admiral Super Dave, Commodore Scooby Rocks, Captain Y, Lieutenant Sasteria, C2, Gravy, Powered by Greed, Tyler Russ, and Vincent Veritas. And I would just like to say huge thanks for supporting the channel, even though a lot of you, I don't think you're watching this, you're watching probably the main channel or the Twitch streams. But in any case, those options are there if you're so inclined. This is where I produce the quartz and the silica, and this combined output is going up the mountain here. I don't really know what's down here. Don't remember. Maybe we never been to this crash site. I'm actually a little bit unsure. Well, I think we should visit the other facilities now. Just a little quick showcase of this particular area. I guess this particular area isn't so much to see, so... But I'm kind of surprised that we have looked at this little... looked at my builds now, and that we already spent half an hour walking through my facilities, and that does tell me, oh yeah, I guess they're pretty large. So here we have where I'm making a lot of extra copper ingots. Oh no. Oh, you can see there a lot of copper, and that copper is turned into 2 things. Just copper ingots, and down below they're turned into AI limiters. It's not really a very beautiful factory to look at because it's just so crammed in here. We've got some walkways here and stuff, but barely. It's pretty crammed. I think this part of the factory may look kind of nice, but also kind of not. So yeah, it's not really meant to be looked at too much. I think we should continue and just check out the quick wire manufacturing a little bit, because we do want a full base door, right? We don't want a half base door. Oh no. Oh darn. That happens all the time. I think I should probably make a zip line there, but... well... I'm always also thinking that I may have a zip line... No. Are you kidding me? On the side of the beam, but that's only because I had that before. I don't anymore, so I confuse myself so much. We'll have to do this very scary little slide jumping at the edge. This is actually giving me certain amounts of fear of heights, but it's manageable. It's just a game. And here we have the area where I'm making quick wire. We have a beautiful open design, I think, and if you didn't know that, everything I make, I try to make it 100% balanced and perfect like that. So this little facility, it's small, but it's also really nice. Now we're going to ride a little bit dangerous power lines home. Whew, okay. This is the transport line I used all the time before. Don't ask me why. We just did. At least there is a full view of the base, so that's something. Right, let's boost this up a little bit. So here we can come into the base. And I think that's the full tour. I don't think I've forgotten anything actually. So there we have it. A full base tour of my 2023 Satisfactory playthrough base. And as said, if you enjoyed this video, you should definitely leave a like, and I'll see you in future ones. So with that said, I will just probably say thanks a lot for watching, and this is your host GMODISM from GMODISM Relaxation, and we're signing out. So, okay, bye bye.